I think Avinash is not my senior. Avinash is my batchmate only, but he had finished his diploma by the time I was in the institute. So he was already working in Mumbai. So he had this vague idea about Killa, where he basically wanted to explore Konkan in rainy season and the mysterious quality of it. And he had a couple of his childhood memories to explore. So he approached me saying that he wants to make a film and he has a vague concept. So he wanted me to write the script. So when I heard about it, I said, we'll have to start from a story because there is no story right now. So after the first meeting, I thought about it and I came up with a basic story idea about this kid who lands up in Konkan after her mother gets transferred, and then his struggle. Which he liked, the story idea he liked, he could identify with it, and then I started writing it, and writing process of Killa was since it had a child protagonist and it had a background of Pune, Konkan, and I also have my ancestral village in Konkan. Of course, that is a very different part from what it is in the film. But still, I had a sense of it, and since it was about childhood, and we also discussed we better set it in our childhood time. We better set it in the 90s. Because right now it is changed. Now obviously it keeps changing. The entire emotional world of children keeps changing in 5 or 7 years, and now it is like completely different. So you will not be able to identify with, and that is not the point. So the point is something different. So it is better that we set that in that period. So for me, that became once we took that decision, it was easier, and we mutually felt that we should set in the 90s. So Killa's writing process was not about research. It was not about taking notes. I also didn't follow the process which we are taught in the Film Institute. First we should write a 4-page story, then we should write a 15-page treatment, then the step outline, then we also work simultaneously write character history, characterization, character sketches. That didn't happen with Killa, mainly because it had to do with our childhood and the time period which we had set in. So I could just borrow characters from my childhood and the characters which I was seeing around me. So almost each and every character in Killa is there is a real life reference to it. So once I decided upon, of course, it is not evident in the script, but in my mind it is clear. Not even Avinash knows about it. Who are these people exactly? But from my mind, right from the scratch, I was clear who the character is, and the main protagonist is of course a combination of myself and Avinash. So I also, when I was writing the story also, so when I basically fixed the characters, character references, it became a lot easier for me, and the story also. It was not as if I wrote the story first and then wrote the treatment. It was kind of a treatment only. It was kind of a 25-30 page treatment. So basically I used to write, read it to Avinash, he used to give me feedback and then write again. And that happened, basically that was a process till the screenplay, till the second draft of the screenplay. And when the treatment was written, we had, I think, 35-40 pages of treatment written. We got the producer. Response was very overwhelming. During the first screening, there was a standing ovation to the film for almost 4-5 minutes. And Avinash was there, Amruta was there, the lead actress, and Archit, who's the main, who's the protagonist. He and his family were there, and of course the producers. So basically, when we won the Crystal Bear, it was of course like a really overwhelming thing for us to hear, because it is also the first film, Indian film, to have got this award. For me, the most wonderful, even if I haven't been there, I couldn't go there. The most important thing for me during that festival is that the category in which Kila was selected, it is called Generation K Plus category. Basically, it has films which deals with children from 5 to 14 years of age. And in that category, it won the best film. So the interesting thing is, and Kila won 2 awards there. Crystal Bear for best film and special mention of the international jury. But for me, the Crystal Bear is more important because the jury of the Generation K Plus category are all children. So, and during the jury statement also, they said that we, apart from the story and apart from the wonderful photography which Avinash has himself shot the film, what we could really identify, and we felt like discovering India. So that was, for me it was a like huge compliment. And secondly, the fact that they chose it to be a best film, it clearly indicates that they identified with the film. So I think whatever we were wanting to say about our childhood, about our culture, it found a resonance there with them. So I think that is the biggest compliment for us, for the entire team. And so hopefully I feel that here also it will happen the same way. Yeah. I think Marathi cinema is right now at a very good stage. It is definitely the best time to be in Marathi cinema right now, to make good films, because there is now a good space for both kinds of cinema, the normal commercial cinema also and the alternative kind of cinema also. It is of course the fact the films which are running right now are having commercial content and commercial form of storytelling, but that is also a good thing, I think. For a Marathi film to do a box office business of 25 crores, 30 crores is like a big thing. Nobody would have imagined it even 5 years ago. So it has happened because of good distributors coming in, and they are like really like releasing it in large scale, and people are also coming in. So that is a good thing happening. There is and there I think will always remain a struggle to do the alternative kind of cinema. But there are people now to invest into it. Even for Killa, like we were under an impression that we would at least need 1 year, 1.5 years to find a producer, because it also doesn't have like conventionally a commercial content or commercial form. There is like no songs, no dance, no melodrama as such, no a child protagonist. So no known faces. There are no known faces also. But we got a producer, and so there are people willing to invest in good scripts, good directors, good projects, basically. So that's how I think even like a film like Fandry, which I think most of you must be knowing of, which is again a very different kind of cinema, talking very clearly and very harshly about the caste system. To get it released in such a huge amount, I think nobody would have imagined it 4-5 years ago. So yeah, films like Tingya, Gabri Sapaus, Harishandra's Factory, Gandha, even Vihir, but Vihir didn't get distributed as it should have been. But these films are getting made. So I think now there is a good space. You can choose, I guess. For me, as an initial for a writer or an aspiring feature film director like me, for me, it's a positive picture, I would say. Like I can choose now what kind of cinema I want to do, what kind of content and what kind of form I want to bring in, and there are different processes for, of course, both the kinds of cinema. But at least now I can be hopeful. If I want to do alternative, a bit of different kind of cinema, there is a space. I can do it. I can find a producer. And even if I want to do a commercial kind of cinema, there is a chance it would work. It would work commercially also, which would generate more films for me.